Hi, I'm Ed. Today we're going to make chicken souvlaki, and souvlaki just means like a little skewer, because souvla means skewer in Greek. So to make our souvlaki, chicken souvlaki, we're going to start out with make a little marinade. I'm going to take the juice of 1 lemon and put this in our bowl here. It should be a pretty juicy lemon. If not, you can use a little more. I like mine pretty lemony, so sometimes I'll add a little extra splash. And then maybe a ½ cup of olive oil, some cloves of garlic, a little salt and pepper, some oregano, a teaspoon of oregano. Let's do that. Oregano will give it that nice little Greek flavoring, and I put 3 cloves of garlic here. I have about 3 pounds of chicken. I'm using chicken thighs. I bought boneless, skinless chicken thighs. But you could use breast meat to buy boneless breasts, because you want to cut them into like 1-inch chunks, because we're going to thread them on our skewers, which I'm soaking in water so they don't burn later. Some salt, maybe ½ teaspoon of salt, a whole mess of pepper. And then all we're going to do is chop up our thighs into chunks small enough to put on the skewers later. So let's just see. I'm going to take basically like kind of 1-inch chunks like that. You don't have to clean these up too much. A little excess fat I'm going to take off. So I'm just going to start throwing these in here. And again, just by eye, roughly kind of 1-inch pieces. And we're going to chop all these guys up, and I'm going to let them marinate for a while. An hour plus is optimal in the fridge, and then you can take them out and let them come back up to room temperature before we put them on the skewers. So I'll be back in a minute when they're all chopped up. We've let our chicken cubes marinate in our lemon juice, olive oil, salt, pepper, oregano for about an hour in the fridge, and then I took them out and let them warm up kind of to room temperature. So now what we're going to do is start skewering them up, and then we were going to just cook them on the grill very quickly. You could broil them, that would be fine. I have a rimmed sheet pan out here that I'm going to put them on just for convenience, but I could just chuck this whole thing in the broiler if you don't have a grill or it's winter, you don't want to go outside. So I put like 5 pieces on each one, and we'll be back when these are all skewered and ready to go on the grill. They cook very fast because they're these small pieces, so you gotta watch them when you cook. Probably 3 minutes on each side on a pretty hot grill. Okay, all right, so we'll be back in a minute. Our chicken souvlaki skewers have been marinating for a while. They're up to room temperature. Now we're just going to put them on the grill, pretty hot grill, just for like 3 minutes on each side. We got to watch them carefully. But I'll meet you at the grill. I'm going to put our chicken souvlaki thighs right on the grill. Our little. Now I left the heat up high for a minute, just until I get them all on. Then I'm going to turn it down. And like I said, just like 3 minutes on each side. I want to get some nice grill marks on there, but I definitely do not want to overcook these bad boys. So I got it on really high, so I'm going to turn it down to kind of a medium. And be back in like 3 minutes and we'll flip them over. Okay, our 3 minutes are up. Let's see how these guys turned out here. I'm going to try to flip a couple over here. Good. Get some nice grill marks going here. So after the second 3 minutes, this is just to get the grill marks on there. Then we'll move them over to the cooler side of the grill just to finish cooking gently. Now because they're little chunks, there's no place to put a meat thermometer. We're going to have to do these guys by eye. So they look good. There we go. Oh, look at that. That's cute. There we go. Flip the last one over. All right, good. So another 3 minutes on this side. and then let them finish. Alright, so our second side is done. Looks good. So I'm just going to let these guys, what I'm going to do is move them over to the cooler part of the grill where there's no direct heat at all, and just let them cook through for a couple of 5 minutes. If you're doing these in the broiler, you would do the same thing. You would cook them on intense heat for maybe 3 minutes, flip them over another 3 or 4 minutes, and then turn the oven down. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to turn off everything and just let the heat permeate through. Alright, so I finished cooking our little souvlaki on the skewers, so I'm just going to take them out, let them kind of rest cooking all the way through on the cooler side of the grill. I had it on very low over there. And in the meanwhile, I toasted up some pitas once I had the grill on low. So these are nice too. I'm going to bring everything in now and we will serve it up. To serve up our souvlakis, our chicken souvlakis, all we do is we take some pita, depending on the size obviously. I'm just going to fold it over the skewer and pull out the chicken. And then we're going to add a little bit of our tzatziki sauce, which is the cucumbers and yogurt sauce. And there you have it. And I'm going to serve this with a side of Greek salad. So there we go. So I would just do this, and bon appetit.